Let's get into the matchup underway, guys, as Lijiang Tower gonna be our first map of the night. Round 1 out of 7 into this one. The Korean squad of first fabulous fighter, FFF, on the blue hand side. Here for the red though, it is going to be the side of CG, Athena, instead from Taiwan. And yet again, let's just run through those names. It's Gloria here for the blue hand side with Hachunwa, Hidden, Malgum, Sonyu Bei. I don't know, I can't say the whole thing. Let's call him Malgum. I'll call him Malgum. Tsu and Miko. Hopefully I didn't butcher those names too much, guys. Sorry, I don't speak Korean myself, but I do enjoy trying to figure out how to actually pronounce those names. So how do we do this? How do we figure out how to pronounce those names? It's pretty simple. I turn something magical called Google Translate, and I listen and I try. So I'm gonna give it a quick little listen. I'm gonna try to learn it. It's too fast for me. It's a really long name. Malgum Sonyobe Gup Sentu. Oh, I'm messing up the last part. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. We'll call him Malgum. So anyway, so for FFF, they are gonna be looking to run a potential Rhine or reset into this one. Who actually knows? And in the meantime, since we do have a pause and this will affect some of the teams in their compositions, they might want to go for a little bit of a restart into the lobby just in case. It seems like that is going to be the case here and now. So for CG at Athena, we were able to talk about it earlier on. They did have a previous run in the Open Division Pacific. They were able to show on up. They were able to reach to a high degree, but unfortunately they just didn't make it to the cut, especially with a number of really strong Korean teams showing up for that first season. This time in season number 2, it doesn't seem like it's fully dominated by Korean teams. It actually looks like the Japanese squads are having their heyday, but they are coming on back really at the top of the standings. And we were able to broadcast a number of them already throughout our previous weeks, especially last week. That was like 3 Japanese squads playing on. And now, guys, it's time to get back into the action. Lijiang Tower is awaiting us. Let's see what this Chinese map has to offer. If you guys are just tuning on in, we just had to go for a quick little issues with that VPN. It's time to get into the action here on Night Market. And potentially different compositions this time. They might have got a glimpse of each other's comp as soon as there were those technical issues. But hey, it's gonna be all fun here and now. Lijiang Tower, always a beautiful map to play on, always a sight to see. And who's supporting FFF in the chat? Who's supporting CG Athena? Korea versus Taiwan. It's time to get into this one. Time to get things started. And it seems like first fabulous fighter gonna be playing that Rhine or reset standard in the NA scene. It's all about the brawl here and now, not about that double shield. And if you do need to see our hero bands, guys, just use the command in the chat. Hero bands from last week did not change whatsoever, and if I remember correctly, that includes the Sombra, that includes the Soldier 76, among other things, as well as the Winston and the Lucio. So no speed boost whatsoever. It's not going to be into the cards at any point in time. So as I said, here on Night Market, it's a very cheeky strategy, going for the Symmetra up on top. It seems like CG Athena, though, doing the same, Rhino Risa as well. And it's a full mirror here and now, going for the brawl onto the point already. So you can see this in pretty much a few antics in all the scenes. Symmetra having a few teleporter spots, both in Gardens as well as in this map. But Saya is gonna get caught on out, and 2 with the takedown. In the meantime, the Orisa going for the shots, and Hachunwa getting in front of IMOLU. There we go with the takedowns there, and it is going to be first fabulous fighter getting the initial capture. They take it pretty quickly, actually, as soon as the ice wall there from Gloria. Absolutely glorious here from our May. First fabulous fighter in control, and we are going to continue on into the action. So a very interesting swap here, actually, for CG Athena. You don't see this too often. Might be a pot pick in their cards, as it's a Junkrat playing on. They don't have the Symmetra right now. It does make a lot of sense. If you play that Junkrat, you can get a lot of splash damage on. And with the Rhine and the Orisa, Sure, one of those shields will come on back online, but when the Ryan gets a break, that is going to be game, set, and match for a few seconds. Ampage can now set on up Photon Barrier there as well. And with the symmetric advantage here for First Battles Fighter, they do have more of the defenses in their favor. There you go, takedown after takedown. Here comes Hachinwa right now, pushing on forward. And Gloria, again with the ice wall, sees out Snow. The Mei in a spot of trouble will get taken down there. And with 3 ultimates ready to go here, and now First Fabulous Fighter, they're looking set to keep on with the pressure. Even going on to the outside with this Symmetra, but they might want to hang back to the objective. Now there are a twofold strategy here. If you're playing that sim, you can always set on up with those turrets. But at the same time, this gives a lot of space to CG Athena to work on it and push forward. Zayas now moving over to the left-hand side. Here comes Mikado. Rally on point. Armor being put on up. Here we go, the wind of the blizzard from Snow. Absolute Magmonus here. Taking some space against the opposition. And ECW making it rain. The Junkrats with a few grenades here and there. Flying on upward with Concussive Mine, hidden with a big beam. Gonna get taken down there, and it seems like a glorious charge from our guy, from Malgium at the tail end. But unfortunately, CG Athena gonna be able to get that capture back. First Fabulous Fighter gonna be having to come on back to take this victory. But hey, at least we have an even match so far. Well played there by the red-hand side of CG Athena, using this Junkrat to a good degree. Now the real question is, will First Fabulous Fighter respond? They're feeling really confident still with the Symmetra, but interesting enough, they are not going to go for the teleporter. They know grenades are going to come their way, and the Reptar obviously going to be in the cards as well. Never mind though, Gloria with the snipe. At Matrix there from 2, gonna help on out as well. Here comes Shatter though, courtesy of Malgium. And counter Shatter there from I Am Old You. Gonna try to get things done. Seems like it isn't the case though for the Barrett cutting through the center. CG Athena charging on to the right. And it is gonna be a mirror there from the Reinhardt, hidden though. 2 frags on the board. Riptire coming from spawn, looking for a KO or 2. And the Eiffel will go down. Can Snow actually clean on up? Ice Wall in behind. The Mei unable to survive. And as overtime gonna tick away pretty soon here. For First Fabulous Fighter, it's I Am Old You trying to play the hero. Beautiful roll on in with the Wrecking Ball soaring through the side. It's like Superman, but he will fall for that desperate assault. Ice Wall in the way yet again, forces the C9. Highly unfortunate. The door is closed. Quarantine yet again in this trying time.
Score 1-0.
First round goes over to First Fabulous Fighter, able to execute on their strategy a lot stronger. I like how CG Athena was thinking of mirroring the composition, but it seems like it just wasn't really something they played compared to First Fabulous Fighter. And with the Symmetra comp, if you are on that first defense, you can truly snowball and keep on up with pressure, with the chokeholds, those turretness, as well as the Photon Barrier. Such a good way to protect your team. Interesting enough though, Hidden gonna be still staying on the Symmetra. Will this just be a teleport? It seems like it's the case. And usually this turns into a Reaper, but no, it's a McCree actually. Now the Reaper, of course, you can easily shadow step and come back with the rest of your team. But Hidden now using the lag behind, able to get some range, able to play a flank away from his team. And to the high ground he goes. Pretty smart here for First Fabulous Fighter right now, putting a 5-1 set on up. In the meantime, ECW caught immediately. And basically with that teleporter, it seems like First Fabulous Fighter able to establish a chokehold, able to establish where they want to position in. In the meantime though, Hachinwa pushing on forward yet again. His counterpart, his partner in crime, Malgium, gonna be staying by the stairs. It seems like the 2 tanks taking control of a pathway, one or the other. Still though, Hidden playing away from the team. ECW really needs to get the RKO on and find a way to get that pick off. McCree versus McCree right now. Hidden knows something is amiss. Miko in the meantime already on it. Repair pack is given. And the 2 McCrees dueling. Hidden though with the advantage. ECW forced the back on out yet again. Ratings plummeting there. I feel those set on up, and ECW now with a tag on the Hidden. Beautiful pick off here for the right hand side. Exactly what they need. And Zayas cleaning up Gloria. No DPS right now here for First Fabulous Fighter. Desperation Ampage there from 2. But a shatter here, courtesy of the Reinhardt. Malgium setting things up, but can he knock things down? Tugod, the only one to fall right now. Miko in the meantime gonna get that taken down. And it's Snow with 2 kills on the board. A frosty reception there for CG Athena, but it seems like they thrive in the cold. Anyway though, still keeping on up with the action. Here comes Zayas as well as I Am Old You. Gonna be hugging the corner by this point in time. On the flip side though, here we go with the Shatter. Doesn't get too much. Blizzard now into play. And it seems like this is very defensive Blizzard here from Snow. KOs that I feel already hidden though with the counter kill. And again hidden. Really playing to his namesake. Absolute ninja right now. Diana has to look behind. And that allows First Fabulous Fighter to win the front line. Here comes Miko with the rally on point. Gonna get the takedown there. Looking good so far here. And now for First Fabulous Fighter. See a few fans there in the chat right now. Gloria hidden though, ready for their ultimates. Blizzard is available. In the meantime, by this point in time, ECW ready with that deadline. And CG Athena looking to roll on out, looking to make it to the other side. Seems like the pause gonna be in order though, as we get a disconnection, unfortunately, for CG Athena. And this is really heartbreaking here for CG Athena. They are down already onto the points, and they are gonna lose everything on that hero. Seems like there is going to be -1 support here for CG Athena, but we will give them a quick little second. Hopefully he can reconnect soon. But let's talk about First Fabulous Fighter real quick, guys. You can see how their execution really pans out. And here at Lijiang Tower, they do have specific rotations, specific rollouts, and specific positions they do like to take. Hidden, staying all the way onto the south side, especially using that Symmetra. And now Night Market, absolute success. CG Athena though, trying to play it cheeky. I did enjoy seeing a Junkrat here in the open division, but hey, the Pacific scene always trying to change things up in the meta. And speaking of the Pacific scene though, big shoutouts of course to our former Contenders casters moving over to the Korean scenes. Avril Pixie doing such a great job in that coverage. As always, I've always been a big fan of those guys. They have always been so good for the scene, and hopefully there are things awaiting into the future for the Pacific region, especially if we get more Pacific success. There always is opportunity, and as I said before, the Japanese teams are really trying to come back in full strength this season. Only 12 slots though are available, as 4 of the Trials teams have been relegated back into the playoffs, including a long time contender, Savior Esports. How the mighty have fallen, but they have had a good run. The real question is though, can they keep on up? And then can they get back up into the T2 scene? I feel like that is going to be a huge make or break moment for them, but by this point in time, the only ones breaking in this match are CG Athena, having these technical issues, and it seems like as they're trying to play as a cluster, they're losing out in many of the positions that First Fabulous Fighter is just so proactive in dealing with in the first place. And as well as Blizzard though, courtesy of Snow not getting too much there as a very defensive Blizzard, and First Fabulous Fighter having the advantage in terms of that point control. They were like, okay, we can wait this out. We can stay on the other side. And here we go. It seems like we are going to get back into the action. CR2Q going to be going on over, reconnecting, and let's get back into the matchup. Both sides ready to go. We are ready to go. And the open division coming back into full force. So here we go yet again. It seems like I am old you. A little too old back on the keyboard. The Reinhardts. Come on, man. Swings that hammer. Guys, didn't tell them. Told them as AFK, but hey, CG Athena waiting on for the Batista anyway. CR2Q gonna be running in the back line. In the meantime, ECW still staying on. Deadeye now being primed here and now from Hidden. Icewall though set on up courtesy of Snow. But Gloria enjoying the Winter Wonderland right now. It seems like he has built the snow onto that mountaintop. And by this point in time, First Fabulous Fighter with the advantage. Looks so strong so far. A very subtle ending here, and now Sleeper connecting there onto Hidden, but this is going to be a chokehold that First Fabulous Fighter is able to hold on to. And that is Lijiang Tower going over to the Korean squad. Play of the game goes over to Miko, and that is going to be the Brigitte. Showing their time with the mace to the face. Hammer swings are abound. And FFF with that 2-0 victory. Very well dominated here by the Korean squad. It seems like we are going to be backing on out to our lobby. So Lijiang Tower taken by the blue hand side. Just going to be confirming in terms of those results here on our map screen. by this point in time, it really shows that the Korean squad is always on points. A lot of discipline here and now, and there you go, guys. FFF with the 2-0 victory. Seems like Kings Row gonna be our next map already, and everyone rushing into the action. It's gonna be a fine time here and now into the streets of London. As Kings Row gonna be our map number 2. No time to analyze, no time to check things out. So let's get back into the game. Here we go though with our map screen showing on up. Kings Row is game number 2. And sides actually not gonna get swapped here and now. The red hand team of CG Athena going on that first attack versus first Fabulous Fighter on that defense. Let's see how this goes as we get back into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Korea versus Taiwan showcase. I'm your host Daks, and first Fabulous Fighter with a 1-0 advantage, dominating Lijiang Tower on so many degrees. It seems like that McCree from Hidden absolutely in order. And Gloria, so effective as well on the Mei. This is a tried and tested composition here and now for the blue hand side. And the Korean squad really playing to their comforts. We do see this though back into the meta for the time being without the Lucio. It seems like the double barrier gonna find its place in the markets. No way to go for the brawl to try and just outpower the opposition in CQC. And hey, Zen Batiste gonna be all about the damage here and now for Team FFF as well. In the meantime though, too, as well as Hachinua having that conversation, the Sigma floating onto that high ground. And an interesting position here for the Orisa. Actually gonna be looking to protect the Sigma just in case. The shield crafts though for Malcolm, gonna be backing on that. In the meantime, here for CG Athena, they are going to play that Ryan Orisa yet again. Firestrike going to get tossed on, not the Hidden, of course, playing the flank onto the Hitel. We'll see if we can get the shots ongoing. The McCree now retreating on backwards. And Snow in the meantime trying to get the separation on. But good movement there from Hidden, going to be going all the way in behind. Unfortunately though, no barrier means that ECW can win out in a more even fight. 1-for-1 trade so far here and now. The offense though staging from the backward area. It seems like Zaya's trying to get onto the point. Discord Orb though doing the damage that needs to be done. I-Field set on up as well. And the Zen Batiste support line having such a good time on the ramparts. Just watching, waiting on the action. FFF, solid defense so far. Unmitigated and unstoppable in the positions. First Fabulous Fighter looking as absolutely beautiful as can be. Ice Wall right now here from Gloria. Gonna be looking to protect the rest of the team from retreating. And in the meantime, it's 2 God now. Ampage is at the ready. Here comes the red hand side pushing on forward. Fire strike though from I Am Old You. And they're looking to try and go for the rotation. CG Athena now in behind yet again. Second time might work on that. And hey, if it fails, third time might be the charm. Hidden though onto the high ground yet again. Pot shots are abound. It seems like the Blue McCree though not really getting the sidelines that he needs. Gonna retreat on over. I-Field saving the day here for CG Athena and the rest of the squad. And 2 God doing such a good job with the sustain. But now it's time for the flux. Never mind though, it does get cancelled on up. It doesn't work anymore if you get CC'd while trying to go for that channel. But in the meantime, Blizzard is there. Trans gonna be online as well here for the blue hand side. CR2Q though waiting on for his own healing offensive. It's time to try and go for that Zenyatta. I-Field though saving the day. Miko trying to make sure that his counterpart, his partner in crime rather, will be staying on alive. And the Batiste with attack onto one. Hidden though, frozen on up. Unfortunately for Snow, had to reload. Will this be enough though? Oh, it's so unfortunate here. The Mei already getting to that high ground, but forgetting about that ammo count. And this fight getting even tougher. Can ECW get the takedown onto Hidden? Seems like Zaya is going to take the brunt of the damage. And CG Athena falling apart at the seams. It really looked like they had it in the bag there with the offensive trans from CR2Q. But without pick up onto the McCree, that is just going to be high ground, easily controlled here and now. Anyway though, here for the blue hand side of first Fabulous Fighter, they are going to be still staying on with their positions. High ground here for the support line with the Sigma. The rest moving on around the main Orisa though on to that low ground, making sure that that objective is theirs for all eternity. And with the Deadeye available, Hidden gonna get taken down though by I Am Old You. ECW finally getting the flank on, but he has already done his job. 2 pickoffs, courtesy of the McCree. And now it's time for Gloria to go for the bully. ECW, a last stand here on the corner, gonna be hiding on the side. Halt though getting the connection. But CG Athena now with the come on back. Pushing on forward, trying to make sure that McCree is gonna survive, but still overextending there. Will get taken down by Gloria. We have an Anna here enough for CR2Q, but the Taiwanese squad really struggling into this one. Sleep Dart though connecting already to Malcolm. The Orisa dreaming of a better day in the Bonnie. But anyway, ECW stunned up. Forces the Deadeye early. Here comes the Blizzard though, coming online here from the blue hand side. And King's Row, it seems like Royalty is on the favor of First Fabulous Fighter. Deadeye cancelled to get the insta reload. I am old you going down. Gets the counter kill though onto McCree. But only 13 seconds left. Desperation time here for CG Athena. Will we see that Wrecking Ball yet again? No, ECW actually can go for the Tracer instead. And right here, right now, Miko playing onto that high ground. Here comes Hidden though coming on back, playing the Doomfist instead. Overtime though taking away, and the Flux this time actually gonna connect. Two God caught in the air. Gonna get slammed on that. I feel though surviving. In the meantime, here we go with the halts. I-Fields both go down. Here we go with the trans as well from 2. And a counter Flux from I Am Old You. Huge one here, but will it be enough? Nico, the only one falling on down. It seems like the Orisa of Malcolm able to set on up. And now it's time for the Nano Boost onto the Sigma. I Am Old You really trying his luck. CR2Q gonna go down to the hand of the Doomfist. And with the Sigma falling, that is an equation they cannot solve. CG Athena unable to get even a single tick. Highly unfortunate here for the Taiwanese squad.
0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
There we go yet again, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we do have a few small issues here and there, but anyway, it has been First Fabulous Fighters show. Honestly, this team looking nigh unstoppable right now. Both teams so at 4-2. So you can really say that whoever has beat this Korean squad might actually be at the top of the top. In the meantime though, FFF gonna be playing that Roadhog into this one. It seems like Malcolm wants to go for a few pickoffs, and it's actually gonna be the domineering Zarya Roadhog composition here, and now for the blue hand side. So you can see this more or less in competitive. It's all about damage, no protection whatsoever. It's all about trying to get as many picks as possible. CG Athena though, gonna be looking to play it stable onto the double barrier. We go. For them, they're gonna be trying to protect the composition as much as possible. And here we go with the Zed Batiste. It's pretty much the same comp from that previous defense of First Fabulous Fighter. But by this point in time, the real question here is, can CG Athena do one better and do the same old thing? There is no way for them to take the victory this time. They will try to play for the draw. And will the Taiwanese squad be able to hold? That is the true question here. In the meantime though, First Fabulous Fighter gonna be playing that with the Maker instead. They have swapped on over to the Orisa Sigma, and immediately a pick off onto Snow. Gloria just absolutely angelic with those right clicks. I Am Old You though, not phased whatsoever, still staying on the high ground. CG Athena still having a chance with Zaya's falling on over. This is looking a lot more dicey. Two God hopping into the air. The Sigma has the precision down below. Hidden though with another pickoff, and First Fabulous Fighter onto the objective they go. It's time to dominate, it's time to destroy, and a very, very quick capture there. First Fabulous Fighter taking the 2-0 lead. Can CG Athena come on back and try to turn things around with the reverse sweep?
Play of the game.
Play of the game goes over here to our Zenyatta 2. Look at that, focusing fire heavily on to 2 God there after the Flux came online. But ladies and gentlemen, First Fabulous Fighter with the advantage here, and now will it be enough to take a 3-0 victory? Looking at our results, FFF taking another win, 1-0 here on King's Row. It seems like CG Athena has to go back to the drawing board. They're trying to mirror the composition of First Fabulous Fighter, but it just isn't working. Every single time that they play something similar to their opponents, it really is just Team FFF knowing exactly what to do, especially on the maps that they are able to play. Lijiang Tower, of course, the blue hand side pick, and they had some really good rotations on Control Center. In the meantime, for King's Row, everyone knows how to play King's Row. It's Grim's Row for a reason. It's the most popular map for a reason, and just so much discipline on that high ground really affecting the success rate there of FFF. But now it's time to move on to something a little different. Junkertown gonna be map of choice here for map number 3. Snipers gonna be galore, and we'll see if CG Athena can actually turn things around and move on up. But yes, there you go, guys. Junkertown gonna be our map here. And it's time to get into the action. Are you guys excited for map number 3? It's gonna be a good one here and now. As Gloria, Hachunwa, Hidden, Malcolm. Oh no, they're actually gonna swap roles. Dude, I was just going for the counts, and apparently they are gonna swap in terms of those team orders. Gloria gonna be on the attack with the rest of the squad of FFF, and CG Athena on the defense instead. So there's a lot of confidence here for our Korean squad. They're going to be looking to dominate. They're going to be looking to take the victory here and now in map number 3. And they do want to play all throughout the map. Will it be enough though? Will they make it work? We'll see. As we move on over to the Outback. First House Fighter with a 2-0 advantage. Anyway though, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get back into the action. It seems like we are just trying to load on in, and CR2Q disconnecting, unfortunately again. Same issue here for the Taiwanese squad. They are really struggling in terms of the connection, apparently, for their supports. But he hasn't really done a bad job whatsoever. You can see that CR2Q is looking to adjust in terms of that position, trying to sustain his team as much as possible in the unrelenting assault that is FFF. But let's just check out those results really quick yet again. Lijiang Tower. As we said before, night markets with those Symmetra teleporters, with the Symmetra working on outs on both the offensive and the defensive, and into control center, the McCree with the off angle. But really, the tank line of FFF so well coordinated, making sure that both lines, both pathways are checked up on, as well as they can move on back together. Seems like though we are gonna get a substitution is in order, as the game hasn't started as of yet, so that is a-okay if I remember correctly in the rules. Substitutions can only happen before a match, not during. And by this point in time, we're gonna wait on for CG Athena's sub. Will it actually help out in this matchup? It's been a very, very difficult road here for CG Athena. From the days of Season 1 as solo queue, they have been working as hard as possible, and they have had a whole branding change. They've had social media on Facebook. They've been working as hard as possible to try and get even better and better. But right now, FFF is that roadblock, and the real question is, can they actually get on through, or will they falter and be stuck in traffic? On Kings Road, there were a few hopefuls in a number of instances on the offense, if I remember correctly, but unfortunately, just that heartbreaking moment there for Snow. But by this point in time, we're just gonna be asked team. Yeah, I think that is part of their roster. That is a-okay. Sayas, 2 God, ECW, I'm Old You, Snow, as well as their new sub. Gonna be looking to play on here on Junkertown. Fortunately though, it is a Chinese name, so I'm gonna have to look for the translation real quick as we move into the action here in the Australian Outback. These are the times where I wish, like, hey, I wish I had someone to actually check up on a few of these things, but we work with what we got. And CG Athena gonna be playing with Mr. Eggs? Is that really his name? That's a cute name. Mr. Eggs, Danshi Shan Sheng, if I'm correct with my boy Google Translate. So we'll call him Danchi for CG Athena. Make sure that we can represent our teams properly. But now it's time to get into the action. The real representation here for CG Athena would be a success on this map, Junkertown. Gonna be looking to play potentially at Sniper, but no, it's a Junkrat and the Genji yet again here. ECW back on the pocket pick. And sure, lore-wise, Junkertown, Junkers. Junkrat. Makes a lot of sense, right? Makes a lot of sense indeed. But it seems like the Grenadier are going to be playing in CQC. It's all about doing the damage in close quarters. As we move on further and further into the map, the Junkrats might not work on that besides the second objective itself. But anyway, here we go with the Orisa, as well as the Signal. Double barrier into play. And usually you see a spawn camp like this with the Bastion, but hey, will the Junkrats have the same effect? ECW actually taking care of Hidden, and a pocket pick here for CG Athena, surprising their opposition. The Widowmaker unable to get into the proper sightlines, and here we go with the swaps. It's the Pharah with the Mercy flying on in already. Wrecking Ball as well as the Diva playing a very quick roster, and oh no, Mr. Egg's gonna disconnect as well. Will this be the end of CG Athena? Will be actually forced to forfeit, as our player is gonna be in transit here, and now CG Athena down a member yet again. The Taiwanese squad really having so many issues in terms of their network. And this has been the Pause Open Division. My name is Daks, and this can happen, guys, especially in such a tough time with all the quarantines, with all of things not normal whatsoever. It's really difficult on the outside world, and hey, issues like that can arise with everyone at home. Anyway, though, it was a very surprising comp there from CG Athena and the rest of their squad. ECW now with that Junkrat, of course, playing it as close as possible, but at the same time, very quick swaps here from FFF, First Fabulous Fighter onto the Pharah Mercy, onto the Dive, and basically their goal right now is just to clear their opposition away from that payload. They might actually go for some swaps back to the double barrier later on, as soon as they get rid of like 1-2 of the members, just to make sure that their comp is still online to further steamroll on in. But they can also stay on just to make sure that they can deal with that Junkrat. In any case, this Task Force of Response and First Fabulous Fighter can be looking to try and win it out with these swaps. Interesting enough, though, Hidden still staying on the Widowmaker, and basically he's going to be playing on the inside, trying to stay in spawn, making sure that he can get headshots all around. And in the meantime, the Ana Thor is going to be helping things out as well. Sniper duty on both the support side as well as the offensive end. But here we go back, Danshi back into the fold, but they are down one support, 23 seconds in. Will they ask for a reset? Seems like it's not the case. CG Athena going to be going on back with their action. And First Fabulous Fighter potentially ready to go. Apologies are there. Apologies are accepted, because this will really hurt CG Athena more than First Fabulous Fighter. As we come back into the game, Ana in order here for the blue hand side. But still for CG Athena, they are set up on that payload. Unfortunately, though, they lose ECW already. I believe that was Sleep Dart there, courtesy of 2. And able to get the connection on. Glory right now, just an angel from above, literally supported by the angel herself. And there you go. Kills are secure. Pathway is cleared. And as we thought, First Fabulous Fighter gonna swap things over. Onto the Hanzo we go, as well as the Sigma here for Malgum. In the meantime, Hidden gonna be playing this Widowmaker. We'll see how the red hand side is gonna work with their sidelines right now. As Junkertown gonna be a very clear spot in the scorching heat. Snow though might be melting on down already. Sees the Widowmaker taking a break there. And CG Athena right now trying to hold as close as possible. But ECW surprising everyone gets a headshot onto Hidden. And now the Taiwanese squad onto the payload they go. Was that really a comp just for that area? And immediately with these swaps working out really well here for CG Athena. Beautiful response here from the Taiwanese squad, showing that they still have a lot of fight in them. But in the meantime, Hidden right now, Infrasight is primed to make sure to get a snipe or 2. Snow in the meantime, few rolls here and there. We're now brawling with his brother, Snow versus Gloria, the Hanzo, trying to really play against Genji in CQC. But unfortunately, without an arrow connecting, it's not gonna happen. I am all you right now with that shatter. Gets it into the back line. And the focus fire there onto Miko. Gonna be enough in this instance. And Matrix though set on up. Here comes the Dragon Strike coming through the center. And Glory gonna fall to the far strike yet again. I'm old you making plays here for his team, sniping with the Reinhardt, but Hidden showing his stuff. Double sniper here and now for the red hand side. And headshots are abound. Now here comes the flank though, courtesy of Malcolm. The Sigma onto the left, the Orisa on the right. And it is gonna be Horses trying to cleave on in. It's a stampede here and now in Junkertown. And with Snow trying to contest against the Ana of 2. It's just not gonna happen. And Ana Boost is online here and now for both sides. Both 2 as well as Danchi gonna be ready to go and enable their teams. But unfortunately here for CG Athena, they will give up the objective. Putting up a good fight though, 3-4-3 only on the clock. No snowball whatsoever. Not really what we expected after those first 2 maps, but this is a pleasant surprise to say the least. With that very cheeky opposition at the start, and ECW really exposing his prowess on the Junkrat itself. It really is something that CG Athena can rely on in dire straits or in specific parts of the map. But here comes the Nano Blade right now. Snow looking to cleave on in. Gloria gonna get taken down. Miko down for the count as well, and 3 frags on the board there for our blue Genji. Effective efforts so far here for the blue hand side. And right now, Tugod hopping on around. Seems like CG Athena wants to play close, wants to go for the chokehold as tight as can be. It can be a very effective approach as they are playing it's a double sniper anyway. Gloria moving on forward. Tugod in the meantime trying to get the shots ongoing. And in the meantime, here comes the Supercharger as well as the Flux. The double barrier whipping out the 2 ultimates. Nano Boost as well online. And here comes the counter Flux though from Zayas. They'll be staying on the right hand side. Beautiful rotation here from the Sigma, making sure the flank is covered. And CG Athena with the turnabout play. Able to force back first Fabulous Fighter yet again. Looking good so far here and now for the Taiwanese squad. Enemy though still staying on. Shots keeping on coming. Shatter is available. And in the meantime, with this in order, it seems like your recent Sigma could be coming on back. What was first Fabulous Fighter really thinking of in that instance? They can potentially go for the brawl between the 2 main tanks. Reinhardt might not hurt whatsoever, but hey, they're gonna feel confident with this one still. Dragon Strike now coming through the center. I am old you with the shatter, and he's just gonna be able to get the slam onto the Hanzo. Fortified though on point there from Malgium. And in the meantime, Gloria now rest on up. Hidden actually gonna get the pick off from the side, but the inside Prime Zayas needs to look around to try and see where the Widowmaker is. Hidden now caught between a rock and a hard place. The Cyborg Ninja gonna make sure to get the execution. And for CG Athena, they're still staying on here. It really seems like the strength is playing as close against the opposition as possible. Trying to just narrow down the distance against their opponents is what they excel in. And right in time, it's going to be a Nano Blade in order. An early Nano Boost though to secure the ultimates. And Sigma of first Fabulous Fighter going to be able to get that bed back. Beautiful rotation there. Beautiful turnabouts. By this point in time, Hachinwa going to be the vanguard here. Tugod with the eye field set yet again. Hidden, playing close. Wants to go for the headshot, but doesn't happen. The Batiste able to outclass the opposition. There's going to be an opportunity here for the blue hand side to try and fight with numbers in their favor. But as I said that, it's Hachinwa with a takedown yet again. This Sigma has been absolutely on fire for the second point, making such a big difference. In the meantime though, I am old you has also been a huge factor for this defense to work on this second objective. He's taking a lot of damage though, and here comes the Sigma yet again. Hachinwa now with the solo Flux onto the Ana of Jianqi. In the meantime, shots keeping on coming, rock connecting, Snow gonna go on down. And honestly, from the Flux antics to all this capture, it has been the Hachinwa show. This Sigma absolutely domineering with those flanks. And thanks to this off-tank, well, that is going to be the red team getting the second objective. And with a lot of confidence, first Fabulous Fighter going to be pushing on forward, even taking the high ground. Very effective, of course, for the Hanzo and the Widowmaker to take positions by the center. Sightlines are abound, and Snow as well as ECW going to have to look to play at a disadvantage. Anyway though, the Genji of course, just jumping on in yet again. By this point in time, it's Zayas with the Flux. Catches out the opposing Sigma. That is going to be Hachinwa into the air, but of course, the Sigma able to stay alive. Max HP sure is the damage, but it's just not going to be enough. Shatter right here, right now though, from I Am Old You. He will eat the sleep dart there from 2. But it's only a 1-for-1 trade so far. Still the advantage goes in favor of first Fabulous Fighter. As Miko with another Resurrection. These free resurrections from the Mercy really throwing a huge wrench in the plans of CG Athena. Basically, they always have the advantage after that first pick-off. It doesn't matter what CG Athena does, as first Fabulous Fighter is able to just push their lines, get the out of position opponents, and get that takedown. But right now, CG Athena gonna have a last chance, gonna still have an effort here. Nano Blade gonna be online soon, but still unfortunately missing that Swift Strike. Now looking to charge things up. And in the meantime, Danshi doesn't have the Nano Boost as of yet. So the Blade comes first. Looking to get the kill on the Sigma. But Gloria shows on up, gets the KO there. 1-for-1 trade yet again. Can Miko go for the resurrection? There we go. Same scenario here for first Fabulous Fighter. 6v5 yet again. And now with Zaya's out of position, the Sigma gonna go on down. Beautiful sleep right there from 2. But on the opposite end, it's Dodge now with the Nano Boost. The battle attacks with the glow. The Flux though completely missing as anyone down below gonna get taken down already. And as overtime takes away, this is looking like first Fabulous Fighter's a payload to capture. The full cap gonna be in order very, very soon. Can anyone contest? A Sigma here from Zaya's coming on back. He was the first to fall later on, and he will be the first to fall to die this time. Full cap here now for the red hand side. First Fabulous Fighter able to make it happen yet again. Now we go on the attack here for CG Athena. Can they do one better and force a second round?
Initiating match.
A hard fought battle there for our two sides. But in any case, well, this is still first Fabulous Fighters show. Team FFF able to domineer, able to just dominate in so many instances. And can CG Athena make this the long haul? Open division still going on right now. This is, if I remember correctly, week 4 of the Pacific scene. Round number 7. We're still gonna have a potential broadcast tomorrow. We're just waiting on for confirmation on the second team. And hopefully that one shows on up to just be able to showcase a little more on the Pacific region. But in this instance, it seems like Double Sniper truly is the name of the game on Junkertown itself. It has really been established as the meta on this map for quite a while. But right now, Orisa and Sigma gonna be the play of the game instead. Double barrier into the field yet again. Miko onto the Brigitte. So this does mean they are trying to play close, gonna try to get a hold on into the choke points. And these two shanties might be just where the corpses of CG Athena gonna get tossed on down instead. Anyway though, Ryan here for the red hand side, it is gonna be the Orisa rather. I was thinking of the Ryan Orisa, but it's the Orisa Sigma actually for both ends. And I am old you. We're staying on that high ground yet again. Hold right now, connecting onto the two tanks. In the meantime, Hidden trying to go for those grapples onto the walls of Junkertown, making sure that he can get the angle. But still, two Widowmakers unable to get their entry frags, so this does mean that the blue hand side of CG Athena needs to play closer. Coming on through already onto the bridgeway. In the meantime, here comes Malgum, setting up by the corner. I am old you though. Hyper Series being tossed again and again. Sugod jumping on over, but Snow actually with the deflect and ECW with the takedown. CG Athena looking good so far, getting rid of the two DPS, the two snipers gone from this instance, and without covering fire, that is truly going to be a front line all by themselves. CG Athena with a very quick execution there. They will get the first points by the 1 minute mark. It's looking really good here for the blue hand side. Hope actually being answered here for CG Athena. But Hidden in the meantime really wants to shut things down. Gonna be a headshot there onto ECW yet again. But overall, just those two pickoffs courtesy of the Genji and the Widowmaker. Taking care of the two snipers really does allow CG Athena to impose their will and move wherever they want in this map. Interesting enough though, Hidden gonna be playing on the low ground, looking for a pick off or two. Snow can bridge that gap, but unfortunately he's on the high ground instead, looking for where the sniper can be, and surprised that he's not there. Beautiful deflect though. Sunset strike on influx right now from I Am Old You. Doesn't get too much though thanks to the fortifying of the Orisa. And Hidden again, just getting a pick up onto ECW. It's so difficult right now. You can really see that Hidden having such a hot hand in this series. Anyway though, the Sigma retreating. And we also have Machunwa getting another pick off to the high ground. Goes first, Fabulous Fighter. Just want to get the chokehold yet again. They just want to pressure the opponents by their doorway. In the meantime though, Glory right now. Dragon Strike is available. Grenade though tossed on in behind. That is going to be Danshi looking to cook an omelet here. Just has to craft a few heads or skulls in this case. And in the meantime, Nanoblade finally online here and now for the blue hand side. Their combo is ready. Can they actually execute? A Blizzard might be looking to find its opening as a snowstorm has arrived. Blade is in hand, and unfortunately, the Flux gets the catch into the Dragon Strike. It happens. And the red hand side, the first Fabulous Fighter, yet again stopping the opposition in their tracks. For now though, Danshi trying to retreat. Still, this Sigma absolutely on fire. Hachunwa, so strong, especially on this map. And look at the Orisa just getting in the way of Snow, fortified. Just make sure he's not going to get anywhere. Body blocking all around, and seems like First Fabulous Fighter has learned from their mistakes earlier on. Now, they are on the defensive, they know how to play against their opponents, especially in a stratagem that they executed earlier in the previous round. Still though, fight continues as the Orisa setting up that barrier. All about that chokehold here, and now hidden yet again with another shot onto ECW. And seems like the spider is just crawling through these tunnels instead of the skies in the outback. I hold you though, and be able to get the cancel? No! Unable to get the catch, it's hidden with a cancel instead. The Widowmaker charging off that body shot, getting the KO there. And you really see that the Sigma is such a vulnerable unit. Trying to channel that ultimate is so difficult right now for the Sigma to find a place to get the ult on. And in the meantime, it's a Dragon Strike here from Gloria. The tunnel, absolutely unsafe. First Fabulous Fighter, after a pretty weak first point defense, they have been able to just hold steadfast. 3 minutes already have elapsed. No real progress here for CG Athena. That payload just down below yet again. Finally, ECW getting that pick off. They really need more of these instances where they can actually get the kill onto the opposing Widowmaker. Losing every single time is such a big blow for CG Athena as well as ECW himself. But we'll see if he can bounce back. That's right now. He got the pick off there. I have mold you. Trying to get on away after the KO. But in the meantime, Hachunwa yet again with this Sigma absolutely dominating. 2 frags on the board. Accretion doesn't connect, but he's still trying to bully that on. A counter accretion here from I Am Old You. Rocks being thrown at each other. It's a full stoning here, and now back into the Old Testament we go. And a brawl between these two. Into the outplay we go. Snow surprising everyone. Beautiful reaction though from Miko. Will it be enough? There we go with the game of zones. But still the Brigitte unable to hold the line. Sacrificing his life for two to get on away. And with the Ana still into play, gonna be a potential sustain here. But there we go with the focus fire. Ana of the red hand side gonna go down. I Am Old You with the KO yet again. It seems like the blue Sigma finally finding his footing. And 3 frags on the board here for CG Athena. They are gonna be able to close the gap on to that second objective and get that capture here. 2:33 on the clock though, not the biggest time back. They have used up a lot of time on that second point offense. And the real question is, can they make a difference here? Even right now with the headshot yet again. ECW caught peeking out of the corner, getting KO'd there. In the meantime, it's Zayas, Supercharger at the ready, hitting in the meantime with the counter shots. And it's Widowmaker, making sure that this sideline can get a peek onto Diana. Snowdo has been on pure Genji duty for so long in this series, and he has been able to make a difference, honestly. But this time, the Widow is his target. Gets stuck in the window instead. And now the Dragon Blade is in hand. 3 DPS kills yet again here for the blue hand side. CG Athena finally getting the momentum for their pickoffs. And with ECW staying on the rotating platform, it's going to be high ground, easily controlled here by the blue hand side. And though ECW versus Hidden, trying to go for the brawl. The Ready Widowmaker trying to get the shot on, and there you go. Headshot does connect in CQC. Absolutely skillful display here from First Fabulous Fighter. But in the meantime, Nanoblade might be online really soon. Snow ready with his sword. Trying to get on the way, gets the dash on in. Here we go though with the halts. And unfortunately, it seems like the conveyor belt in favor of Team FFF. Glory with the Dragon Strike. Halt there, perfectly timed by Amalgam. Red hand side, hugging the U-belts. Looking so solid here and now for First Fabulous Fighter. But they will have to react in time against this upcoming Nanoblade. This has been the bailout play here for CG Athena for so long in the series. We've seen this before. We might be able to see it again. All about positioning here and now for this defense. How will First Fabulous Fighter respond? They are all bunched up onto the high ground, and ECW getting taken down will alleviate a lot of pressure from those different spots. Anyway though, here comes the Flux already. They're getting the catch onto the opposing Sigma. In the meantime, here comes Zayas onto the objective he goes, and the Supercharger is set. Snow actually getting a pick off onto one. Nano Boost is online, and the Blade getting the cut onto the Sigma. Next on the list, gonna be the Orisa here. And can Malcolm stay alive? Seems like the Fortify gonna be enough. Payload though getting pushed on and closer. CG Athena able to actually get their distance close. And this is where truly the blue hand side shines. Matrix even set on up. Overtime gonna be ticking away very soon. And first Fabulous Fighter gonna be looking to regroup to make sure that they will have a proper contest. Beautiful punch though from Hidden, surprising everyone with the Doomfist. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it seems like the Korean squad having that element there. In the meantime, apparently a mortar swap here and now getting the KO on the Snow, Amalgam, as well as the Wrecking Ball of Hachunwa trying to stay alive. And I Am Old You, apparently the only one left. Pick for pick, trade for trade, and this is something CG Athena cannot afford. The first Fabulous Fighter just needs to get a few more kills to secure this match. We have a Moira here and now for Danshi, absolute desperation here. Snow in the meantime in the backline gets on away from the payload, and that is going to be victory going in favor of first Fabulous Fighter. They take the series 3-0, and the Korean squad moves on to a brighter future to try and make it to that playoffs. Play of the game 2 are Hanzo and Gloria with some exceptional Dragon Strikes, exceptional positioning here onto that third points. And that is our series, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a good run in this Korea versus Taiwan bouts. In the meantime, I'm just going to be giving a quick little GG well played to our players, confirming our results as well. We only had 3 maps today in this series, and in the end, it was the Escorts map going in favor of Team FFF 3-2. Final results do stand. Lijiang Tower taken 2-0. King's Row full hold, 1 point, 1 tick cap. And finally, Junkertown, a close-knit affair. CG Athena finally waking on up and showing us a very different approach, a very different strategy at the first part of Junkertown, and worked wonders for a little bit, allowed them to regroup in behind and swap over to something more standard. But by the tail end of the match itself, it just showed that Team FFF, first Fabulous Fighter, absolutely fabulous, absolutely fighting, and the first one here in this series to show that they do have that skill advantage. You could really say though, Hidden an absolute gem with that hit scan, showing on up with the Kree, with the Widowmaker, with the Symmetra as well. So surprising. But it really was just all cogs of the machine for Team FFF working. They had the DPS they could trust to play the 5-1 in a few instances. They had a Mei that can really protect, that can actually sustain them in a number of fights. And true discipline as well, staying on proper positions, making sure that they weren't overextending, not overcommitting. And with this discipline, I feel like first Fabulous Fighter can really go a long way in the open division. In the meantime, CG Athena, really good efforts and really interesting pocket picks, but at the same time, having those pocket picks as more or less your success rates does put a big hamper on your future ceiling. Playing the Genji for throughout the series can actually hurt you in the long run, but I would love to see CG Athena flex on over to different heroes, especially on that DPS line. But hey, when they're playing close against the opposition, they absolutely do shine, and it seems like if a brawl is in order, it will really help them. Hero pool is really affecting some of these teams, and I can see that CG Athena struggling without potentially that Lucio to bridge the gap in a few instances. They might actually like to play the dive more, they might actually like to play the brawly composition with the Ryan more, but that is the case here in the open division. Hero pools are a thing in all the scenes of Overwatch, and it has been a fun run, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good session here, and I hope you guys enjoyed your time. It's been a little tough though with these Korean and Chinese names. I had to write them down as much as possible, and I hope I didn't butcher pronouncing the shortcut, the abbreviations of some of the names. And it really goes to show the Pacific scene is such a melting pot of culture, having so many different nationalities on board, and hopefully we get more representation moving forward. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys for tuning on in. Thank you guys for coming. Hopefully I can announce our Sunday match soon. We're just waiting on for the other team to reply, and if that doesn't work out, we'll be looking for a match still for Sunday. So keep an eye out. Same time, same place. It's always the fall time of 2000 CST and whatever I use to translate it. If I remember correctly, it's 5 a.m. on the West Coast and 1 p.m. in the Eastern or the Central European region. I'm not too sure about that, but around that time. So a good way to start the day, a good way to have lunch, and a good way to have dinner. All three meals actually covered by the Open Division Pacific. So you guys can check that one out while you're trying to find a little more refreshments into the day. And I need that too. I've been hungry throughout this stream, and I'll see you guys in our next broadcast.